guys, this is Tina. I just wanted to stop in and do a quick check-in. I know my numbers are falling. I don't have that many viewers, but I am going to hang on, and thank you for hanging on with me. I'm going to go ahead and get straight into the story. I know you guys want to just get to the meat of the story anyway. So this happened in San Diego, California, where I live and stay and work. And so I just recently heard about this story. The person that I'm going to talk about, her name is Jade Janks. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of it. So Jade Janks is accused, or actually has been sentenced to murder of Tom Merriman. This was her stepfather. So what happened was, this is a crazy, twisted story. Okay, so it's just unusual. So Jade had met Tom Merriman when she was young. Her mother was with him, and apparently the mother had filed for divorce like 3 times, and so they had like a tumultuous relationship. But Jade always looked at Tom Merriman as a father, not as, just someone, once the mother broke up. So they continued their relationship as like father-daughter. So during the pandemic and all the shutdowns, they lived close to each other from what I've read. And she they would visit each other, and then apparently Tom Merriman had a fall or something, and he had come back from some type of rehabilitation. And during that time, Jade had gone over to his place because they lived near each other. They had been hanging out with each other. He called her his daughter. She called him her father. Anyway, she goes over to his apartment to clean it for him, so that when he comes home to, clean house. And then she stumbles upon his computer, and unfortunately, from her accounts, is she finds photos of herself from when she was very young, completely nude, and then also as she's older, and also that the photos were put in certain files, like certain parts of her body, that he was maybe, one of those P files, and secretly taking pictures of her when she was young. Like, oh my gosh. So it kind of makes you think for a moment. So what's also interesting about this case is that when Tom was released from the place that he was in, Jade had already found the the photos of herself on his computer, but claims that he died in her car. So she says that he was a pill person, and that he would possibly have self-overdosed himself. So she said when she got, this is her account, when she got to the house with him, she couldn't get him out of the car. He was too big. So she decided to leave him in the car overnight. And so the next day, apparently, she said when she went back to the car, that he was dead. So then she tried to pull him out of the car, supposedly with a wheelchair, and he fell. So anyway, later she texts a friend of hers and tells her friend some stories about how she wanted to choke him out, how she wanted to, do these heinous acts towards Tom Merriman, but claims that was all just put out of context as far as her text message go. But to me, it sounds pretty clear. The jury already did convict her. I know she's going to try to appeal. What's also interesting about this is that she's claiming that he overdosed, and the autopsy does say that he overdosed from what is like Ambien, but the prosecution argues that she put a plastic bag over his head and choked him. So Jade's defense did not put up the defense of that she acted out of like rage or something. She's claiming that she didn't murder him at all. She just hid the body and didn't know what to do. Well, I think the average person, or most people, would just call 911 and not leave the person out in the car, first of all, overnight, or I could see maybe like if like, you know, it's not hot or cold out and like the weather's okay if somebody's like out of it, you know, like somebody, let's say they drank or something too much, but you would check on them. You wouldn't just leave them like that. And then she's claiming that he died that way, that she didn't kill him, but the text messages conflict that. So she was sentenced to 25 years, but from what I read, she's going to go for an appeal. I'm not a lawyer, but I would think that her defense, if she really did kill this man, that she should just admit to the fact of what she did, and thereby maybe the sentence may be lighter. I'm not saying that her acts of killing him are wrong, but she may have done what many people have done on this earth and acted out of pure anger or betrayal. I mean, that's like total betrayal. I did see the family talk about him, and you know, but obviously, you know, there are, from what I've read, there's no proof of the pictures, but the family in the courtroom does talk about, like, okay, he did have the pictures, we know that was wrong. Well, I'm sorry, but that's still a P-file to me, especially like someone that you thought was your father, and then and then you find like pictures of yourself from when you were a child. Like, that would just be very disturbing. And I'm not sure how a lot of people would have reacted to that. And again, I'm not condoning, you know, a murder or a plot to cover up a murder. Whatever it was she did is pretty wild. But that's why I said this story's a little crazy. Anyways, guys, I'll keep you updated on the appeal. This did happen in San Diego. And I will also, you know, see you again soon in the next video. Okay? Take care. Bye.